Savage coming at y'all once again. You hear the blue music, so you already know I'm doing some painting. Today's kind of again, we're doing another little bit of a salty run back, but not so salty because this was actually the very first day when I started painting. This is one of the pictures I had done. I did two of them. I did one where I just kind of like freestyled on a thing, and it didn't really. I don't even know what I was really going for. And then my second one is this painting right here, right? As you see, the way I did it, I put way too much thick paint, a lot of mud mixing and stuff like that. Obviously not bad for my first try at a Bob Ross, actual Bob Ross painting. It's actually a painting that you get in his kit, right? They give you this little detailed booklet that tells you how to do the painting. So I thought it'd be cool just to go ahead and do that painting real fast for y'all, okay? So, got a little 10 by 10, it's a little round canvas. I think they look pretty cool. All I'm doing, we're gonna start with the liquid white. Give me a couple spots, so I'm just gonna lay that down real quick. Like all this does, makes the canvas nice and slick, sweet. Makes the colors blend on there. Drink coffee earlier, so my throat's a little phlegmy right now. Probably not the best idea when you're trying to do a video, a tutorial, whatever you want to call these. After this one should be a much faster painting than that last one I did. The one in the background, as you can see. That one took about 50 minutes. This one hopefully doesn't take as long. Be a lot less cleaning of the brushes and stuff. Very limited palette on this one. You just have you have your titanium white. You have blue, what's called a mountain mix, which is basically blue, crimson, and black and green. This is your illicit crimson. This is your sap green, and then we have some cadmium yellow. Now, what I'm gonna do, let's go with, we're just gonna take a little 2-inch. All right, we're gonna go right into some cad yellow. You just pull out a little bit, just tap on the brush, just like so. Don't need a whole lot. This paint is pretty cool because you pretty much don't have to wash your brushes off at all. So save you a lot of time. Now all I'm gonna do, if I find that little spot, I cannot hold the palette while I paint, man. I don't like that. So we're gonna find a little sunspot, right? So we're just gonna start. We're gonna fire in, okay? Just kind of side to side, just like so. Just a little bit like that. Immediately going right into our alizarin crimson. We'll pull that out. Tap, tap, tap into the brush once again. Okay. Don't need a whole lot of paint, just a little bit. We'll let that paint just blend on there. So go to the outside edge and just kind of work itself, just side to side. A little side to side action, just like so. Just like so. I'll put a little bit of that color down here. Maybe kind of some of my water, the water features down here. And we'll go right into phthalo blue. Phthalo blue is much stronger than alizarin crimson. So you don't have to worry about it. You just want to make sure that blue doesn't touch too much onto it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the very top, lay that in first, right? It makes that nice dark color like that. Just let it blend. Be careful when you're blending your colors together here, because like I said, that dark's going to overtake that lighter color, especially since you're working with with the liquid white on this one compared to the liquid clear like you did first time. Water just kind of working from the sides, just like that. Like I said, I'm not even trying to really be too technical with this one right here. Like I said, it's a very easy painting, man. This one's pretty free. So I'm gonna go in the middle with this one. I just want to blend, start my lightest area, work out. Right there. Just kind of taking all those brush strokes out. So that color kind of blends together. That water gets a nice little sheen on there. Then blend some more. A little bit higher on these, just get that little sheen. Now that I got that, I'm going to go into the knife. Okay, put these off to the side. And like we talked about that mountain mix color, right? So You already have all your color mixed right there. It's very nice. Just gonna smash down as much as I can. Tip of the knife, just gonna slice across a little roll of paint, right? Just like that. So, like I say, since I put that yellow in the middle right there, obviously that's where my light's gonna come from. Well, all I wanna do, move this over so you can see just a bit. Okay. What I'm gonna do, pick a peak, right? Now the thing I don't wanna do is make, look, just 3 triangles, right? That's the biggest thing people make mistakes with. So I just wanna find a touch, a lot of pressure. Go straight up and go straight down, just like so. Very easy. Now, what you want to kind of do is make them kind of rigid. So I'll come up to the side right here. I'll do that same thing, kind of make a peak. All I'm worried about is the outside edges. This bottom part, I'm not really too worried about. That's all going to blend out anyway, right? Now, I don't want to do is make the same 3 heights. So I want to make sure this one's lower than that one, and this one's going to be lower than this one, but higher than that one, right? So here, let's see, so boom, about right. Let's do about right here. That's fine. Just kind of be shaky. Just let it go. Just want to try to get a lot of color into the canvas. Okay. Just scraping. Very easy. So if you put that liquid white, that paint can move. So all we're gonna do, I'm gonna take my 1-inch brush. It could be dirty, no problem. Just gonna move that paint down, just like that. So you kind of get your angles. Go one way, go the other. So just kind of blend that a little bit here. So not really worried about it because you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Yeah, let's get that. That's nice. What's gonna happen as you're painting this particular painting? Make these edges a little more clean though. So here, just add a little bit right there. Just make sure that we get a nice little scrape. You're gonna be adding layers of trees to this whole entire painting, and in between each section, you're basically gonna be tapping a bunch, and you're gonna be trying to make like a fall effect, right? So, let's see. Take this, let's say pull that excess paint, because I'm gonna be putting paint on top of it with my knife. And the thing is that if it's too runny, my paint's not gonna break. That's gonna be a problem for me, right? So let's do that. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of dry this brush off just a little bit. Actually, no, I'm gonna use this brush. Okay, this is one I use my liquid white with. Oh, matter of fact, that white can stay on there, not a problem. Now, along this bottom edge right here, like I said, I'm just gonna take, first off, we're gonna put some snow on these mountains, right? So, you're gonna have a light side, you're gonna have a shadow side, same exact thing. So we're gonna take that white, get a nice little pile of it, we'll push it to the side, we'll scrape, make it more clear than that. There we go. Smash that paint down, slice across. What I'm really trying to do is load more toward the tip of the knife. Now, this is the hardest thing for people to do, man. Start on the canvas, light touch, graze it. People act like this is toast and butter, and it does not work, man. So, right here, I'm just gonna touch the canvas. I'm just gonna let the knife run, boom, just like so. Reload frequently. Let's do this one. Kind of show some things you should and shouldn't do, right? So, notice that I'm just putting some at first, just on the tips like this. Now what I don't want to do, I don't want to leave this straight lines like that, because then it looks like somebody just like a tiger that scratched across your canvas, right? So what you do, this is something I'm learning myself actually. So I'll go back with that white and kind of run it up, and then kind of work back down, right? So you just kind of playing with angles, and you twist that knife as you're moving across, right? Kind of hear my blade kind of scraping on it. So I want a little more white. Scrape it flat, go across, same thing here. Ah, that was terrible. If that happens, scrape it all off, no problem. Again, now you don't make no mistakes, it's all happy accidents, right? All I want to just make sure, like I said, because if you start adding that too much on top of it like that, it's just going to make some mud and it's going to look terrible. So, we'll do it again. Flat like a knife, slice across. I want to try to get some breaks. Yeah. Just like that, perfect. Just like so. Just slide across, just like that. On the back side, you want a darker color, so I'm just going to take that blue, give me a little bit of that, put that white in, get a little shadow color, doesn't have to be mixed too hard. Slice across, same exact thing. Whenever you have these little spaces like that, instead of trying to use the fat part of your knife, you want to just use the other side. So we just try to put these little sections right here a little bit. Just like that. We'll use the back side of it. Same exact thing. Touch and pull. Push into your shadow. Just like that. It doesn't look like you just slicing it in half in there, right? That's right, Chloe. So we're here. We'll touch. Pull. Just like so. You want your shadow and your lights to kind of blend together a little bit when you're doing these things. And nothing stops you from going back into your light color. Kind of going back into it. Just like so. Like I said, we just want to, maybe I want to put some more peaks and valleys right here. See right here, I got a nice little area right there where nothing's happening. Take that white. Scrape this way. Then I can take my shadow. Go with a little darker color on the back side. Just like that. So I made another little peak and valley just like that. Very simple, very simple. Very easy to do. Kind of making it blend a little bit. Kind of go into all your different color shadows. You can take some of that mountain mix color that you already had. Just kind of touch here and there. Maybe put on the other side too. Maybe that shadow. See, it shows a nice break like that. I like that. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Want a little bit more clear. Clean that knife up just a touch. I'm gonna get a little bit more white on this section right there. Right there. Just touch. Woo. Nice. Alright. So now we got that done. Okay. All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tap the base. Remember we said we want a lot of mist in these paintings. So get some on the base. Follow that curvature of the mountain. Like side too, same as I say. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of our darker colors. Again, since it's a limited color palette, take some of that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take some of that mountain. Let's take some of that mountain mix. Mountain mix. A little bit of red, make it a little more redder. Grab some of that green, mix that all together. All I'm doing, I'm just scraping it all up. Makes a pile like that. Scrape it down. Just keep doing that over and over again. Let that be a little more blue. Ah. There. Nice. Like that color. Let's go with it. Might be a little bit more, too much on the green side. That's alright. You can always fix that a little bit. Just add a little bit more of that. I say, you really just want something dark. So what we're going to do now, I'm actually going to go into my fan brush, load up that color. Okay. And let's add a touch of that pile of white that we have. We're going to mix that into there. Because like I say, this color is going to be lighter in the back and comes dark forward. So I'm going to mix that into that white just a little bit. Much better. Good. Alright. So, just load that brush up. And we're just going to start dropping in some little trees and everything. Just little background stuff. Just basically trying to make a heartbeat. Hold my paintbrush just like so. Go tilt. Just touch. Straight down. Actually, I think that's too green. I don't like that color. So I want to add a little bit more blue. That's a cool thing, man. You can just always change it. All you have to do. It's always a cliche when people talk about this painting style because it's always, everybody, oh, it's a happy accident. You know, everybody runs that into the ground, but it's true. It really is. You don't like something, just stop, fix it. glue in that paint this time. Same thing. Reload my brush. Just gonna go over it. Strong these little heartbeats, just like that. One section of it. When you do a section, stop. Go back to your dry brush at the bottom. This is how we make this. And another layer right here. Same thing. Gonna be in front of that. Want to make sure there's a little bit of mist area right there. I'm not covering all that, right? So start here. Round it off. Drop them in. Very easy. There's some things I learned a little bit later. If you want to make some of these look a little more detailed, whenever I'm doing this, so I'll push it down like that, and just go flick to the side. Just flick to the side like that. So then it kind of looks like these trees are a little closer to you, so some of them have a little more detail, right? So, once again, tap the bottom out. One more layer right here. Again, working a little bit closer and closer to that foreground. Add more paint. Maybe I'll make it a little more green as I'm coming forward. Same thing, starting out here. But the cool thing about these, since they're a little bit closer, I'll show you this up a little bit more. All we're going to do, touch. I'll go to the side a little bit, big. Alright. That's how you make a little evergreen. Touch side to side, same thing. Just like so. Perfect. One more layer of this. Now that I have this going, okay, this is water right here. So, all I'm going to do, pull straight down. Look at that, let me dry this up just a touch. Right here, just going to pull straight down. Straight down, straight down. Instant reflections. Easy, easy, easy to do. The only section I'm really worried about is this little area right here, this little bin, because we're gonna have trees and everything covering this front area, so it's gonna kind of cover your mistake up. So, if we have that, let's go ahead, add a nice little water line. To do that, I'll go into my liquid white, put that on the palette, same exact thing, straight it out flat, go across, okay, little roll of paint. Gonna go where I made my reflections from the trees. I'll go into the canvas. I want to slice across. You kind of put a little bit more white. Touch into the water. Make it look like rivulets, little ripples. Now we got that. Now we're gonna we'll work more to the foreground. Okay. So now I want a lot of dark color. So I'm gonna take that mountain mix color that we were just playing with. I'm gonna mix it right into that big old pile of paint that we just had. Now, using the 1-inch brush, going back and forth into it, make it like a chisel, wiggling that brush side to side. Make sure that I got a lot of paint in there. Okay. Once I do that, side to side. Left, not enough. Okay. Basically trying to make the brush kind of flat so I can make Christmas trees on the side, or evergreen trees, and then I can make a bunch of land here, right? So let's just go this one touch, make a little bit of a guide for myself. Just gonna go side to side with it. Okay, I don't really like using the 1-inch brush though. Let's go with I want to go with my fan brush. Not brave enough to go with the 1-inch brush. I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. I'll do the bottom with it, but so I'm just gonna touch, just like so. Make a straight line. Okay, just like so. I'm gonna touch side to side. Just using the corner of the brush. Just like so. And all we're doing is just laying down color. I'm getting down further down. And we'll start pushing water on it. Like I said on here, let's go ahead, put all these little bushy things in here. And so we're gonna lay down highlight. We're not worried about it. That's all I'm doing is touching the corner of my brush, side to side, side to side. Okay. So, on this other side here, I don't like how this color looks too much like this color. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of, put some Prussian on this, and Prussian blue, much darker blue. I want it to be super dark, but at the same time, I want it to be a little bit different. Just like that. Mix. There we go. Chloe. Oh no. Oh no. So we're going to take that. This side, same thing. Touch. 1 second. Sorry, crisis averted. Alright, so as I was saying, on this side, with my fan brush, it's already touched. All I'm gonna do, again, using the corner of my brush. That's all I'm using. Go to the side. Touch, 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 touch. Now you're coming down. A little more pressure. A little more pressure. Just like so. Here's the brush. Same thing on the other side. This will be a little more full, maybe. Same thing. This color right here. Right now it don't look like a whole lot, but next we're gonna add our highlights to it. It's gonna make it really look good. Now, oh gosh, this is why I wear gloves most of the time. Get paint everywhere. So, we go into another fan brush. I'll add some highlight to these trees. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and add the bark to our tree. Okay, we're going to mix alizarin crimson and green together, and that's going to make it nice and brown. like to go at the very tip. I take my knife and kind of do like that. Kind of scrape along the top. Takes that loose paint, makes the thing look like that. And then to kind of add the illusion that you have multiple trees, just draw some lines in here. Just like so. Makes it seem like there's a family of trees right here. Just off on the side. Like I say, we want the fact that we did all the diffusing and everything, so you're kind of making it seem like, you know, you can't see everything in there. Put some of that, that'll look good. Take some of that white, make it a little bit, some touch here and there. There we go. That's what we want. Same thing here. Just touch, pull, touch, pull. Just like that. Nice. That worked. Now, highlight. Same exact thing as when you're making the tree. But this time we're going to go into a cad yellow. Okay. Little touch. That's that green. What I'm probably going to do, I'll make one side, and then the lighter side I'll go back with the stronger yellow color. But same thing. Don't want to do the whole entire tree, but I just want to touch here and there. If the paint don't stick, add a little bit of your liquid white, mix it into your color. Just by adding that liquid white to it, it's going to brighten the color, obviously. But it makes your paint thinner. This is a good bit of paint we're going to put on the canvas. Remember, thin paint sticks to a thick paint. Same thing. So I'm just finding those now, finding all my little details. Just like so. Same thing on the other side. Touch. Reload. This tree's in front of this one, so I'll do this one first. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. And to be in the shadow. This one, we'll go ahead and spruce him up. A little bit more. That impression is so thick. Branch. Like I say, you don't want to kill all your bright. You want that to look like a kid's head. Like that. Now, add highlights into here. Let's go into our little 1-inch brush right here. The brush that we've been doing kind of everything with. Just going to scrape down. Fill it up with this yellow color. Again, all these little things are nice as shapes, right? So, pull it in like that. Just make the brush circle a little bit. I'm just going to touch and push on the outside of the dark color. Just like so. Brush ain't working for me. Actually, I'm going to have to clean this brush off. Save your house and your marriage. That right there. Let's try it again. Onto those yellows. Touch. Just a little bit. Okay. Now for this other section, I'm just going to scrape into it. I'm just going to work in layers here. Like I said, sometimes you can go into your fan brush and do the same exact thing. Just touch. Oh, there we go. Ready to add that lay of the land, as they say. Oh, color's kind of blending. Nice. Like that. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's a done painting. That's like very easy, very simple. That's a nice little set, nice little painting like that. Okay, pretty. Especially on this round canvas, I think it adds a little extra dimension to it. Like I said, barely 30 minutes, and a lot of it was me talking, telling you about the equipment. So really, it should only take you maybe 20 minutes once you kind of understand everything. Okay. Also, too, man, I want to thank everybody for watching the video the first time around. I know even if it's not a whole lot of people, I had a couple of my friends tell me they enjoyed watching them, so that's cool to me, man. You know, it's just something. I'm going to paint regardless, so I might as well, you know, just share it with my friends and family and stuff like that. So if y'all like it, share it, tell your friends about it, buy a painting from me so Miss Chloe can have some nicer things. Other than that, that's it. Did it again. Knocked it out. I'll at you.